Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. And welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This is past, present, future. You or someone around you. So take a resonates, leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below. I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. All are welcome on this channel and all are highly appreciated. Remember that tarot is just a tool, it's not the final rule, okay? So make sure we keep an empty cup when we are on Lady Noble's channel and want to see what's up, okay? We're starting off with my eyes are up here, mister. Stop getting distracted. My eyes are up here. So, collective, you could be in a connection where your spouse is very controlling. Maybe your spouse does not trust you, or maybe you have a wandering eye. Maybe you just can't help looking to your left and right from time to time. Or maybe you have a spouse who loves to have control. As you see, this person is in a chokehold. She has her arms around his shirt or his blouse and letting him know, hey, hey, I'm right here. Stop drooling, okay? And so, this could be male or female. You could be in a connection where you feel your spouse is inconsiderate, or I'm picking up on someone. She has her fist clenched, okay? She's about to lay hands on them, collective. So maybe you've had to threaten them a time or two to let them know that you want them to stop having a wandering eye, whether this is a male or a female. I'm picking up not a time or two. You've had this conversation several times, but you feel like you're being ignored. And this could be just who this person is, Spirit is saying. There are some people who are not accustomed to being around beautiful or handsome people, or they don't know how to adjust constantly, to be in the energy of constantly having access, to be in the presence of people who are aesthetically pleasing. They don't know how to control themselves, okay? And so if this person is consistently ignoring you, Spirit is saying possibly, reconsider, is this someone for you? Because I'm picking up, you had the conversation, this person, all of the collar of their shirts, every shirt they own could be ripped. You grab this person by the collar several times, and you could be worn out, feeling drained from having this conversation, or maybe every time that you go out in public, or even if you're at a family's house, relative's house, or maybe your partner has a habit of staring or making the googly eyes, with people, and it could be very just disrespectful, and people could also be aware of this. You could have family members who may have said something to you about this, like, why is your spouse looking at me like that? What's going on here? So either way, Spirit is saying for you to simply work on, if you're going to stay in this connection, you have to find a way to manage. So Spirit is saying to work on moving away from control, okay? All right. And so Angel Archie is saying work on moving away from control if you're going to stay in this connection. You cannot overwhelm yourself or stress yourself, constantly arguing or having conversations that you've had too many times. I'm picking up you've had these conversations too many times to keep repeating yourself, and that could be stressing you, like just overwhelming you, okay? And so, yeah, so you have to find a way to move away from that control. If you want to stay, you're going to have to find a way to just not address it, let them be who they are and maybe deal with them when you get home, or when you are not in public, or when you leave the event, wherever you are hanging out with your spouse. That's if you're choosing to stay in the relationship. But Spirit is saying if this is something that is to the point you're being ignored, well, that's means that that's your confirmation. This is a connection that just may not be for you. But you have free will to do whatever you please. Okay? The next card we have here is Luna Sister. It says remove all negative imprints. Okay? And so maybe you need to do a burning bowl ritual. A burning bowl ritual, okay? Maybe you want to do some cleansing of your aura, take a spiritual bath, clear your mind. Okay, you want to reset your energy, recalibrate your energy. Okay, because it's unhealthy to stay in the energy of being upset constantly at your spouse, or arguing with them in public or in front of family and friends, and about them looking or accusing them of something, and then they're yelling, "Oh, you're just insecure." So Spirit is saying, free yourself. From this connection. If you're going to be ignored, it's best that you just simply let it go and let it flow. Okay, because when a person ignores what you have already shared with them, I believe that's confirmation. That they don't care. And you do not want to be made a fool of. You do not want people gossiping about you. It's not a great feeling, because your partner has a problem with showing respect. Okay, you have to constantly check them. This could be male or female energy here about their interactions or their behavior out in public. It can be embarrassing for a man or a woman to have someone like that. There's nothing wrong with looking at people, but when you're looking to the point where people are noticing, like I said, maybe family members even have took me to the side, like, why is your man or woman looking at me? Why are they staring at me like that? And so it probably has caught you off guard, and you've had to explain a time or two. But it's time, for you to make a choice. Okay, it's time for you to make a choice. All right. And so the next card we have their choice and your choice. Psycho Spirit. Okay, use your inner guidance. So Spirit is saying you know what needs to be done. You know if you want to go, and you know if you want to stay. If you want to stay, you have to find a way to just stop complaining. Because you're just tormenting yourself. And if you want to go, well, let the relationship go. Okay, it's just that simple. Okay. There are people who actually are like that. Why? Where that come from? Ooh, ooh. I don't even want to know. There are people who are like that, men and women who are just, they can't help themselves. And if their spouse was to say something to you, the first thing is you're jealous or you're insecure. That's their excuse. you know, this person could be a narcissist as well. That is a narcissistic uh, tactic as well. Sometimes a spouse will do that to try to make you feel some kind of way, to deliberately get you upset. Okay, so be mindful. Okay, but Spirit is saying it's time for you to find your joy again. Do not allow this person or this connection to destroy your happiness when it comes to you living your best life, especially if you are arguing with this person each and every day, okay, or constantly. You can't go anywhere, without this person being disrespectful, and it's embarrassing to go around family because they're doing it there too, okay? So, yeah, don't allow this person to waste your time any much longer, okay? Any much longer, any time longer. I said any much longer. And so this concludes the read. I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. So the question is, will you stay or will you go?